Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and beautiful little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you most deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, chicken pens. My juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights. You're delicious and bright. Yes, can you see here? I'm going to show my little box again, my delicious little babies. Now, this was given to me from my beautiful and delicious, beautiful, dear little neighbours upstairs many months ago. Can you see it, my delicious little babies? You can open it. Oops. And what do you see? There's no eggs. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round and round, upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round and round. Okay. It just so happens, my delicious little babies, that I happen to have 25 eggs in my kitchen, my delicious little babies, okay, but I choose to keep them out of my pen. Now then, my delicious little babies. So, what do I want to talk about? I've got to put this video out, my delicious little babies. I'm not wearing any earrings, so there's no hoops. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Oh, look at this. Must straighten myself up. Now then, my delicious little babies, I don't need to, actually, because I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so the time is 5:55, 5:55, my delicious little babies. Look at that, 15. Comes to 6, they like the number 6, my delicious little babies. Okay, but I'm not doing it for that. I'm just, there we are, letting you know the time. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Now then, this is going to be the last video for today, my delicious little babies. Now then, so I've been cleaning down my kitchen. I don't know about you, my delicious little babies. And by the way, the weather's still delicious, but it's not sunny. It's like it's slightly overcast, okay, my delicious little babies in our old England, okay? Please do not worry about that. Do not worry about that. Oh, there we are. It's coming back out again. Look, the sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. It's almost as if, there we are, somebody, somewhere. There we are. Somewhere, somehow. There we are. Can hear it. My delicious, there we are, little babies. She said to me. Yes. Now then, my delicious little babies, they pick and choose. There we are. They pick and choose what they do. But of course, because they can see and they can hear what you're doing. Even in my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? This is how they rock and roll. But that's all right, my delicious little babies, because we can all rock and roll. You know, I noticed, let me pull back my pen. I've got 2 pens, haven't I, my delicious, but I've got this pen. You know, who made the pen? My delicious babies, and we've got this pen. Do you see? So you can turn it that way. You can turn it upside down. You can turn it to the side, you know, like this now then. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? If you look in different places in our old England, my delicious babies, you'll see a lot of blue and orange. Seems to be that we are really hot on the old stock exchange. There we are, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? It's like if you look at videos, you look at certain videos, it's like they're all going flipping orange and blue, man. You know what I mean? My delicious little babies, kind. Like they've all got to follow the leaders. Huh. You know what I mean? My delicious little babies. There we are. Anyway, I've been clocking it. There we are. Long time. You see what I mean? my delicious babies. I'm nobody's damn fool. And if anybody takes me for a damn fool, well then there we are at a damn fool, isn't it? Oh, look how the sun's shining. Sun is shining where there is sweet, yeah. Make you wanna move your dancing feet. When the morning gather the rainbow, want you to know I'm a rainbow too. To the rescue, here I am. Oh, yes. There we are. My delicious little babies, okay? So let's begin. Where do I begin to tell a story? Yeah, Shirley Bassey, wasn't she? I do this every now and again. You know what I mean? My delicious little baby, she said to me. Now then, my delicious little babies, so let's begin. So this is all songs, okay, my delicious little babies. So whoever's going to listen, there we are, shall listen, although not many will, because my information just doesn't get out, you know what I mean, my delicious babies. But I'm wanting you, there we are, to please get what I'm saying about the songs, okay? There's a point, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong to everything that I do. So I'm not being patronistic, I'm not being insulting, I'm not taking the pee. I'm just saying, there we are, that this is how I operate, okay, my delicious babies. So whilst I was in my kitchen, I was using my freshly squeezed lemon and bicarbonate, you know, a third of a teaspoon here, a third of a teaspoon there, to clean down my kitchen, okay? And still, it does not feel clean, and it should, there we are, feel clean. But it's the water coming out the tap in our old England, in our old Brummyland, in Birmingham, okay? And the water's coming out dirty now then. There we are. It's coming out dirty, right? It's not feeling clean now. So they're doing something, there we are, to the water. They've been doing it since 1964, and even, there we are, and I will even say, even before that. And that doesn't mean my delicious little babies are already putting fluoride in, but this, it doesn't feel clean. So my surfaces should feel clean after squeezing fresh lemon and a bit of bicarb, but it's not. Even when I run my fingers across it, I've just got this terrible habit, my delicious. Well, it's not a terrible habit. I do not feel so. And like, say for example, you know, if I used to go in, I shouldn't have done it, my delicious babies. I should never have done it. I couldn't help it. It's like OCD. So like if I was in somebody's home or whatever, I'd just run my fingers, you know what I mean? And one time somebody said to me, they said, well, what you do? I said, I'm really, really sorry. I said, I didn't mean it. It's just an automatic thing. Like, you know, like where you have the OCD. Like decades ago, there we are, I was really bad. Okay, my delicious babies, there we are. I had real bad OCD. Obsessive compulsive disorder. This was so bad. Oh, thank you, my beautiful little Maisie. It's my beautiful little Maisie. Do you want to come and say hello? Come on then. Come and say hello. Oh, she's so beautiful. She's nearly 14 now. Come and say hello, my beautiful little Maisie. You all right, baby? Go on, baby. You all right? Okay. And you're all right, baby. You're all right. You feeling all right? She's not been very well lately, my delicious little baby. So I don't know what's wrong. You all right? So she's starting to heave. You're right, baby. You're right. Come on, come. You're right. Do you want me to rub your chest? She's not feeling very well, my delicious little babies, but I refuse to take her to the vets. And some of you may see that as being cruel. No, I am not being cruel. I'm not being cruel one bit. I don't trust them. I'm seeing our beautiful little babies out there who are poorly, who are ill, from going, there we are, to the flipping damn vets. Do you see? I'm not going to take her, no. So what I'm doing, I'm giving her plenty of water, okay? I'm going to put down some, there we are, some celery juice, okay? There we are. I feel that's very good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, just let her naturally, because like sometimes they have little fur balls, my delicious little babies, okay? But she's getting rather slim. Okay, my delicious little baby. So what I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do. There we are. That's what I'm going to do. Now, don't get me wrong. She may look slim and she may be doing what she's doing, but let me tell you, she can yam off food. She can eat. There we are. Okay. So I get a ham. I get a chicken. Like this evening, I'm going to be doing mincemeat with onions, with everything, and garlic and everything. And then she'll have something to eat there now. Then she'll eat it in a dish or on a plate, okay? And this is what I do. I give her fish. I give her tuna. She's not too keen on salmon. She loves, she loves the tuna. She'll have the tuna. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? But this is what I'm doing. But you can hear on the camera, she's not been feeling very well lately, my delicious babies, okay? But let me tell you, please do not be mistaken. She has a pussycat food, okay? And let me tell you, what else can I do? I mean, if you're giving them all different foods and it's still poison, man, there we are. The body can only take so much. And we've got the same with ourselves as mankind, okay? So we've got to try and feed our bodies, there we are, with the best that we can, but they're still damn well effing poisoning us now then. Do you see what I mean, okay? But I can only do what I can do. But I'm not taking her to a vet. Because you know what they're going to say? Say she's just gone, yeah. Because with the paw, she's just done it, as if to say, you know what I mean? Don't do it. There we are. Do you see? Because if I take her there, they're going to inject her. And then they're going to be doing all these nasty things now then. Then they're going to be giving her pop a pill, right? There we are. She's doing it now. She's going like this. You see what I mean? So going to be doing all that to her. And I don't want that. I mean, I've seen other beautiful little babies decline. There we are. Decline when I'm walking round. But because, bless their beautiful dear little souls, their dear little vets, they think the vets is, there we are, in the white curts is the best. No, they're not. And I refuse. Now, if anybody on my camera feels that I'm bad for doing what I'm doing, well, then just rock on, roll on, F off nicely, get on your back and pedal fast. Because for Marcel, she's better off, there we are, in my care. So if I give her some celery juice and make her, what I'm going to have to do is get a syringe. In fact, I'm going to order one this evening. I'm going to get one online. There we are. And I'm going to get a little syringe so I can get the syringe and I could just put it in her mouth through her teeth. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay? Because at the end of the day, what I can, there we are. Thank you, my beautiful little Maisie. She's doing this. She knows. Do you see what I mean? So this is what, there we are, what I'm going to do, okay? Because I know that she don't want to drink it physically, like she'll drink some water, but with the celery juice, I'm going to have to do it with my little Rubes as well. Little Rubes, she's going through it. They're putting plastic, there we are, in the food. They're putting plastic. And what's happening is our babies, there we are, just cannot digest it. Now you've got mRNA, there we are, in the meat. Okay, they've been doing this long time. This is nothing new. They've been doing this, injecting our beautiful little babies, cows, lambs, sheep, little piggies, everything. They've been injecting them. There we are, long time. And what's been happening? Ones have been, what is it called? What do you call it? Ingesting it. They've been taking it in other words. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So, for myself, I'm going to have to do it my little Rubes. She's going to have to, I know she doesn't like it. I've talked to them both. I said, look, you're going to have celery juice, and look at them, the way that they roll their eyes at me. Honestly, they're more like mankind, like you and I. It's like they're looking at me as if say, well, no, Mama Bear, no, Mum, I do not want that. But no, there we are, they're going to have it, whether they like it or not. Do you see what I mean, Mads? Baby's kind. And broccoli soup is excellent. You know, but it's like they don't want that. See, what they want is the meat and the fish and the treats. There we are, that's what they want. But what's in the treats is damn well plastic, man. And if you look at the whatever you have, they're putting it in a flour. Honestly, this is not a joke. Our bodies are not meant to accept this. Okay, mad little babies, but they're doing it to our beautiful little babies. They're doing it to us. And they feel nowhere for what they're doing. They're putrid, man. Anyway, mad little babies, but anyway, I'm not going to apologise for my video at the beginning. No, I'm not. Because my beautiful little Maisie, are you all right now, baby? Yeah, can you hear her? You all right, baby? You feel all right? Yes? All right, okay. All right. You all right? Mommy's baby. All right, mommy's baby. Yeah? Yes? You're all right, yes? All right. Can mommy just finish a video now then, please? Sometimes she's a little bit, you know, like when she comes up to me, she's very, sometimes she gets a little bit, I don't know, she seems to... You all right, baby? You want to just sit down? You want to sit? No? Okay. All right? You all right? Maze? Come on, babe. You all right? Sorry, my delicious little babies, but I'm not going to let this video go because she's so beautiful. Aren't you, little Maze? Oh, don't do that, little Maze. Don't do that, baby, because you're moving the camera. It's all right. She likes to rub herself up against the camera, my delicious little babies, anyway. So I need to get on with this now. I just refuse. I'm not cruel. I'm not cruel at all, my delicious babies. And if anybody sees me, it's that. Well, then just carry on. I've got nothing across my shoulders. So actually, I do not feel that anybody will see me as being bad. Do you know what I mean? It's just that I refuse to take my beautiful little babies to the putrid, circled in the white curts, the putrid little vets now then, okay? It's been proven now, and I was long time, there we are saying this, long time for years, and now it's been proven that what they're doing, they're killing our babies. There we go. Thank you, my beautiful little Maisie. If you can see her now, she lift her paw straight up and licking her paw, do you see? So there we are. So I know the truth. And my spirit said, with my noddle, do not take them. Do not take them at all. Because once you do that, there we are. You may as well be in hell, man. And some would say we've got heaven and hell. I don't believe either. As far as I'm concerned, my delicious little babies, when I say hell, what I actually mean by that is at the end of the day, you may as well just let the putrid, who know no different because they're effing brain dead, man, just to inject and just do whatever they like, because it's not their babies, it's my babies. There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? They couldn't give a shit. Like when the vets go out to farms, they do everything what they do. They couldn't give a shit. They're emotionless. There we are. Just like doctors and nurses are all effing putrid, man. They're effing putrid, and they just go out. They don't care if somebody else cares about their babies, as long as they're getting paid ching, ching, ching to do the job. They're nasty little bees, man. Effing cannot stand them. I've had many, there we are, run-ins with all of them. Vets, there we are, doctors, nurses, the whole shebang. There we are. I've had run-ins with them. And I feel nowhere. Putrid piece of shit. One day, like I say, judgment, there we are, day will come to all of them. And you know, when they're on their deathbed, we do not like that word. We seem to hear, very sadly, a lot of it, especially flipping Ninas in the past 4 days. Okay, my babies, very sadly. Fact of the matter is, when they're on their deathbed, there we are, their laugh will flash before them of the wickedness that they project on everybody else. And that is what I'm done saying. So I need to speed through this, my delicious little babies, but I'm not changing my video. Because this, my beautiful little baby, these videos, this video that I'm doing right now, there we are, is part of my history. You know, remember One Direction? You and me got a whole lot of history. Yeah. Okay, my delicious babies, okay? Let's not forget our lovely, dear, not in that way, not in that way, our lovely and dear Liam Payne, who passed away, yes. Okay, my delicious babies, and let us not forget either all the putrid what they've done to get everybody to, well, not everybody, but some to go and get, bless their dear little hot tattoos and all this. Okay? Me personally, I do not have tattoos. Excuse me. No, I do not. All right, Louise. Okay, babe. All right. You say? Yeah. All right, baby. All right. You feeling all right? Hmm? You all right, baby? Hmm? Mummy's baby. Come here now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Anyway, my delicious babies, okay? So, you all right, baby? All right, Mummy's baby. Yes? Mama Bear loves you, my little princess Maisie. I love her so. I love her. This is how I talk to my babies, you know. Anyway, my delicious babies, that's all I've got to say. But I know what they've done. There we are. I know what they've done. I know what they've done. And I've got nothing against anybody who has tattoos. I know lots and lots of mankind who have tattoos, but no, not for myself. No. Okay? I see how, there we are, how they played it. And they played on it, there we are, with the vulnerable. And to anybody out there who has tattoos, whatever, I do not mean anything offensively to hurt you, offend you, upset you. No. Okay? But, you know, there we are. That's there for laugh. Okay? And that's what I'm done saying. Okay? You're all right, little Ribs. Oh, little Ribs has come to join us now. Oh, baby. Go on then. Oh, there we are. Okay? So, right. Now then, my delicious babies, to the first one. We've got to really rush through this now, okay? So the first one is, this is songs. So what you've got to do, my delicious little babies, is please and thank you, work out the songs, the years. There we are. This is super duper important now, my delicious babies. The songs and the years of that song and the artists. Okay, my delicious babies, there we are. So there's quite a lot to get through. Okay, my delicious babies, so the first one. This is, let's have a look. For a start off, on the previous video that I've just done, I missed out Mambo number 5. And the name I missed out was Rita. That's the one I missed out. Okay, my delicious babies, but all the other names I mentioned, but not that one. Very strange. Anyway, I had an Auntie Rita. She wasn't, I regard as a very nice woman. We used to call her Auntie. She was my beautiful, my beautiful dear little nanny and granddad's. It was his sister. I couldn't stand her. Horrible woman. But she happened to be best friends with my, my beautiful dear little nanny and granddad. So again, she happened to be best friends with my beautiful dear little nana and granddad. That's how my beautiful dear little nanny and granddad got together, because my beautiful dear little Nana Bear happened to be best friends with my beautiful dear little granddad's. I never needed to stumble there. My beautiful dear little granddad's sister, Rita. That's how they become friends. And then that's how my beautiful dear little Nana met my beautiful dear little granddad, do you say? But Rita as a woman was not a very nice woman. Not in my opinion, anyway. My delicious little babies. Maybe there's a reason why I missed that one out. Okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, just wanted to mention that. First song. So this is all YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? The only good thing was that me beautiful dear little Nana Bear was best friends with her. That was the only good thing, my delicious little babies. Other than that, I cannot stand the woman. Okay? Now then, and I don't feel bad. Some would say, oh, well, it passed on. How could you say? No, 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 no. She wasn't nice. If you're a wee little lass like myself now, no, she wasn't. Just done saying it the way it is. And everybody knew that I never liked her. Big times. Anyway, my little babies. Wicked woman, man. I don't mean like as in food or... Well, actually, I do mean that, actually. I'm going to say it in my camera. It's like, you know, you want to... Oh, you can't have nothing else to eat, like one of those. Since when should anybody say to a young bairn, you know, if you're hungry, you're only little, you know, oh, you want another piece of that cake, or you want another bit of food? But she never did it to anybody else. She only ever did it to me. Not to anybody else. And yet my dad, my dear dad, that was his favourite auntie. He idolised her. Idolised her. Because she loved him to her heart and he loved her to his heart. But you know what? When it comes to myself, what could it have been? Because he married my... How I love her so, my beautiful, dear little mama bear. Is that the reason why? You know what I mean? So it's like you look at the eldest, and like the eldest is like, oh, well, you're the one who's caused, there we are, all the problems like that. And I told my dad, decades on, I told him. I never asked him. I told him. I said, the reason, I said, why you were the way that you was towards myself, I said, because I was the firstborn and because you met my mum. That's what I said. But he was not like it to my sister. None of them was. It was only to myself. So there's a lot more, there we are, to history than meets the arm, our delicious babies. And I'll say it in my camera now. But my dad said, no, don't be like that, Carla. Don't be like that, Carla. No. I said it the way it was. I was treated, there we are, differently to everybody else. I really was, you know, my delicious babies. I was really treated differently. It's like I'd get a belting and my sister got nothing. You see what I mean, my delicious babies? So let me tell you, there we are. Let me tell you. I'll be done telling what I'm telling. And me and my dad never seen each other for many, 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 many years, decades, actually. Okay, my delicious babies. And then when we met back up again, you know, I mentioned some things to him now. He said, oh, no, I never did that. Yes, you did. So don't lie. Don't lie through your teeth now, because you did. You know what I mean? And yet we still couldn't get on. I mean, please do not get me wrong. God, he brought me up, and you know, for that, and I had my beautiful dear little nana and granddad till my beautiful dear little granddad passed away, which I have a very, very strong suspicion. There we are, what happened there. Okay, my delicious babies. Okay, but the fact of the matter is at the end of the day, when I look back, you know, over decades, what I'm saying to you is, my delicious babies, look at the military now. Okay, my delicious babies, okay? The fact of the matter is that if I never had my dad, then therefore, there we are, I wouldn't have had my beautiful dear little Nana Bear, my beautiful dear little Nana. I wouldn't have had her. And I was so very, very, very blessed to have her. Do you see to me, my delicious babies, right? But my dad, yeah, they all, because we come from a medium family, like mediums, as in mediums, clairvoyance and everything. And so I'm a beautiful dear little Nana's beautiful dear little mum bear side, all come through a medium, clairvoyant, everything. Okay, and my babies, right? But yeah, he and I can get along, I would say occasionally, but not very much. Okay, my babies, we just do not. But with my beautiful little mum bear, we could. Do you know what I mean? It's like I seen what went on in a laugh. There we are. Well, of course I was present. Okay, my delicious little babies. But the fact of the matter is, the thing was, she said sorry to me. There we are. She said sorry. For whatever had happened, she said sorry. There we are. And she did everything to make it up to me. But my dad, no, he just sees it as he's saying what he says, he's done what he's done saying, and then that's it. There's no conversation, there's no discussion. And then he gets married. I mean, I'm sorry to his dear wife. I'm sorry about that. You know, I didn't mean it like that. What I'm saying is that he gets married, okay? And then there we are. And that's how he carries on. He puts his wife, his wife before anybody else. Do you see what I mean? And then we went through that and I left home at 15. So I'm done telling you all my delicious babies, okay? I'm fed up, you know, it's better for me, there we are, to just say it the way it is. You know what I mean? But for me and my dad, we're the best will in the world. And he's a very, there we are, super duper, there we are, intelligent man. He's a man. Okay, my delicious babies, there we are, he's very intelligent, there we are, exceptionally. But the fact of the matter is that we just do not seem to gel. You know, we could get on for a tiny bit and then that's it. It just doesn't rock and roll. You know, and I never ever wish any bad on him. In a million years, I'd never do that. I'm just, my heart of hearts, I'm just not made that way. However, if somebody's crossed me and they have in the past, there we are, they paid a price. There we are, okay? There we are. They paid a price and I never had to do a thing. There we are. They paid. Do you see? And they're no longer here, right? But my fact of the matter is this. If I could have 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes with my beautiful, how I love them so, my beautiful dear little Nana, granddad, mum, my beautiful dear little great Nana, my beautiful dear little auntie, you know, and the ones who were around me when I was growing up, my beautiful dear little aunties, uncles, you know, just to have that, you know what, I'd feel like a made woman. But I cannot, thank you, my beautiful little mares, but I cannot get that back. Thank you, my beautiful little mares. Can you hear her? She's like my little psychic, little pussycat, but my beautiful little mares. But what I'm saying is that I just cannot get that back. So I'd rather stay on my own. And I'd rather, I'm going to get emotional now, so I'm going to stop. But I'd rather just be the way I am. Because I can never, ever get back unconditional love, what was shown to me. I'll never, ever get that back. Never. You know, where nobody judges you. Nobody sits there and says, oh, well, you've done this wrong. You've done that wrong. Oh, well, you're not good enough here. You're not good enough there. I'm not talking about flipping damn man. Damn man. I'm not bothered about them. They don't bother me. You know what I mean? I've had the riches. I had everything. Let me tell you, there we are. Paid the damn price for it. Anyway. But I'm sorry to you, my delicious babies, that I didn't. Anyway, I don't want to talk no more about that, right? So let's go on to this, my delicious babies, okay? It's not just me having an emotional moment, no. Right. So we've got, this is, this uploader happens to have 537,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? In the old space bar in YouTube, my delicious little babies, capital P Paul, space capital S Salmon, Paul space Salmon. Okay, my delicious babies, that's the uploader. And very interesting, this song is, my delicious babies. Like I said, please go back to the years, please go back to the song, please go back to the uploaders, please go back, not the uploaders so much, but please go back to the artists of these, there we are, of these songs. There we are. Okay, my delicious babies, and what was going on. So you got Paul Simon, this is the title to this video. Paul Simon, diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Okay, my delicious babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Paul Simon, diamonds on the soles of her shoes. That's first song, my delicious babies. Now then, the next one. So you've got This one is 1.37 million subscribers, my delicious babies, and it's called Capital T Toto T T. Okay, that's the upload of my delicious babies. Like I said, all on YouTube. This song should read Toto Africa official HD video. Next one, my delicious babies. So this uploader happens to have 505,000 subscribers, my delicious babies, and the uploader is called Alphaville. I'm going to spell that out for you, my delicious babies. Capital ALPHAVILLE, Alphaville. That's the uploader, my delicious babies, in brackets official. The video should read Alphaville Forever Young, in brackets official official YouTube, my delicious babies. So that's that one. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, the next one. This one happens to have 2.48 million subscribers, my delicious babies, and it's called the uploader in the old space bar in YouTube, my delicious babies. Capital T Tears space capital F4 space capital F Fears. Okay, so it should read, once tapped in, Tears for Fears. Okay, my delicious babies, and the song should read, title Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I have sang some of these songs before. Next song, my delicious babies, 77.8 thousand subscribers. Okay, and the song is called Ultravox Vienna. Okay, my delicious babies, I have sang some of these songs. Anyway, it's coming up all in an order. It's in an order. There we are. Okay, my delicious babies, it's just, you got to work out, there we are, the order that I put it in. Next one, my delicious babies. This is this uploader, 34.3 thousand subscribers, my delicious babies, on YouTube again, like I previously said. The uploader is called Capital T space the space capital B Boomtown space capital R Rats. Okay, my delicious babies, on the previous video I did mention Bob Geldof. Okay, my delicious babies, the title to the video should read The Boomtown Rats I Don't Like Mondays. Yeah, it's like, you need to look at the videos. There we are. You really need to look at the videos as well. Okay, as well as the year as well when it was uploaded onto YouTube. There's so much, there we are, in what I'm saying, but only some are going to get me. There we are, my delicious babies. Not everybody's going to get me, but some are. Okay, next one, my delicious babies. This uploader happens to 81.7 thousand subscribers, my delicious babies. Okay, and it is Dexys. Right, it is Dexys and Dexys and IND, Dexys, Midnight Runners, Eileen. Okay, my delicious babies, 1982. Next one then, my delicious babies. This uploader happens to have 537,000 subscribers, my delicious babies. The uploader's called Capital P, Paul, space, capital S, Salmon. So it should read uploader Paul Spare Salmon, once tapped in. You can call me Al. Interesting, isn't it? Al. Okay, my delicious babies. Next one. Right, okay. This one has 236,000 subscribers, my delicious babies, and the uploader's called Capital M Madness. Okay, and it's the actual video to it, the year of it, everything what I'm saying to you, my delicious babies. Our house. Okay, my delicious babies. Okay, it's really interesting. He's walking through the street and he's asking, do you know where our house is? Do you know where our house is? Okay, it shows, let's just say, what's going on in these times, isn't it? Okay, my delicious babies. Next one, two more left. Okay, this one here, very interesting. In parts of it, it's actually a funny song. I remember it. There we are, from decades ago. YouTube. Uploader is called Pulp, capital P, Pulp, Pulp. This upload happens to have 143,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies, and the song should read the title Pulp, Hyphen, Common People. Yeah, very interesting. You know, when you look at the world that we're in right now, my delicious little babies, yes. And basically what it is, it's like everybody wants to spy on us 24/7. They want to know what everybody else is doing now then. But really, if you look at it, they want to, let's just say, intertwine, there we are, with ourselves, because they feel like they're from a different species. Well, they're only from a different species because of what they've been born, there we are, into. Okay? But if you look at the real royalty, okay, it's not these damn rank pieces of shit now then. The real royalty, there we are, is ourselves. There we are, not themselves. Okay, because they have a lot to repent, isn't it, for the nasty, putrid business that they do on this earth. But really, they want to be, there we are, like us, but they find it hard, there we are, to be like us. Okay, my delicious babies, now the final one. I thought I'd leave this till last. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Okay, happens to have 169,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies. Okay, and right, okay, I'm going to read it out to you. This is the way to be typed in old YouTube, my delicious little babies. Okay, capital T, the space, proclaimers, capital P, sorry, yeah, need to stumble here, proclaimers, okay, my delicious little babies, and then hyphen, I'm gonna be 500 miles, in brackets, 500 miles. So, and I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more. Who has been here recently, my delicious little babies? Remember when he was drinking the old water? It's like he was going first time round. Okay, my delicious little babies, that's the end of my video. So that's my last video. So whoever sees it. And very sadly, there we are, very sadly. So, you know, who does not see it does not see. But anyway, it's a case of, there we are, working out the years, the artist, what was going on, the videos, there we are, and everything what was going on. I know it's a lot of information, but there we are. This is how I am. You know what I mean? So sometimes I'll put out some videos, and sometimes ones I say to themselves, well, okay, it's not really that lot, you know, because that's what ones do. It's like, oh, come on, give me a nugget, Carla, give me something. I've already, there we are, been done giving you the nugget. The only thing is, ding, ding, dong, dong, you're not getting it. So I'm not talking to you, my delicious babies. I'm talking to whom it may concern. They're just not getting it. It's only when you look months on from when I said that it come to pass. There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? There we are. I'm just done saying it, okay? So until my next video, thank you so very much for listening to me. You know, I'm not going to apologise for getting a bit of emotional. I'm not going to apologise. It needed, there we are, to come out. I can breathe easy. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies, even in poisonous and perilous times? Anyway, so wherever you are in the world, thank you so very much for listening. Thank you so very much for any views, for any likes, for the occasional comments. Sending you peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you, okay? May your beautiful little selves, your beautiful little families all be fully protected, okay? And whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my honey bunnies. Love you. Thank you once again. Second video, last video for today. I may not put one out tomorrow. I have a feeling I need to get back. There we are to my readings. Okay, my little babies, okay? So much love. Take care. How I love you so. I'm not bonkers, crackers, or crazy. What I'm doing is giving out, there we are, information loud and clear. If ones do not get it, you know, I'm not talking about my babies who listen to me all the time. I'm talking about others. There we are. If they're not getting it, there's nothing more I can do, okay? I'm made it ding, ding, dong, dong, so clear. There we are, just like a pane of glass. It cannot be any more clear. So much love. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye.